31 races are in the books and 3 left to go here as we are here at Rockingham Raceway. We're right here today. The Rock, as it is simply known as. Yep, it is Rockingham as we're here today for the running of the AC Delco 400s. This was set for 59 laps of action on this 1.017 mile racetrack. In fact, another track that sits alongside of Rockingham Speedway is Rockingham Dragway, actually, where IHR hosted some of their events, as well as the former home of the NHRA Winston Invitational from 1989 to 1998. But, of course, now still home to some drag racing, but nothing really big time except for maybe the PDRA. But today today is all focused on the 1 mile racetrack here as the championship battle. Well, just about almost out of grass just about right now as at this moment after the race at Charlotte. And let's get the starting line for today's running event. As we get the starting line for today's running event, on the pole at 161 miles an hour, his first ever pole, Nathan Ormond, the number 40 Coors Light Silver Bullet Chevrolet. He'll be alongside car number 30, Shane Lake, alongside. So an unlikely front row, really, but both those cars can run pretty well, so we'll see what happens here. Row 2 is the top 2 in the points, as a matter of fact, and one who usually runs well at the Rock, Kyle Matthews, number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. This may be his last saving grace. We'll see what happens here. But right alongside of him is another 4-time winner and points leader by 187 over Matthews, Jessica Shelton. Third row will have car number 3, Cole Deaver in the GM Goodrich Chevy, and Kev Sheeran 36. Fourth row will have Seth Cullen, number 45, and number 90, it is Quentin Moore. Seth has one of our in-car cameras in today's event as well, too. Fifth row, Jay Jefferson, number 1, is on the outside. Inside of him is the 75 car of Jesse Turner. He has 9th position starting spot, while Jefferson will start 10th. Row 6 will have Joshua Osborne in 99, and alongside of him will be car number 4. It is William Brock. Osborne has her second in-car camera in today's event. 7th row is Johnny Gardner in 25, the 2-time winner of the season so far. And Adam Blickinger, car 23, is the outside of the 7th row. His best he's qualified in quite a while this season. He starts in 14th. Starting in the 8th row, we'll have Phil Parker, number 5, and number 7, another surprise, Casey Nanico. Alongside of him, he starts in the 16th position. Our third in-car camera rides inside the man going for the Rockingham sweep. It is Matt Haas, the number 18, the Interstate Battery Chevrolet. He starts inside of the 9th row. He'll be alongside Alex Miller. Next row down, row 10 will have Brandon Parker in 20 and Charles Sanford in 42, a 3-time winner this season so far. Row 11 will have Nathan Hudson in 31 and Zachary Fitzwater in 66. Row 12 has 2-time winner this season now, Keith Batson. He won the last time at Charlotte this season, as well as the winner of the second race at Martinsville. He starts alongside Dylan Poteet in car 22. He's the outside of the 12th row. Row 13, another Dylan Young, a 2-time winner this season so far in car number 2, and beside him, Julius Anderson. Next row down has Zach Winkle in 97 and James Henry in number 33. Next row down is another Henry Sanford in 55, the Square D Chevrolet, and Joshua Cullard, the winner at Riverside in car 43. Next row down has car 26, Ryan Brommer, and 28, Kat Batson. Kat winner this season at the second race at Talladega. Next row down has car number 12, Rob Evans, 2-time winner this season so far, the Daytona 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 winner as well, in the Mobile One Ford car number 12, and he'll be alongside Chris Dallerton in car 60, the Power Team Chevrolet. Dallerton also a 2-time winner this season so far. Dallerton also sits currently number 5, currently right now sits number 4 in the points. Next row down has Mike Becker in 44, and number 77, it is Paul Minnick. Next row down, it will have number 6, Jordan Lopez, and number 11, Emmanuel Hartnett. Next row down, it has number 21, Marcus Sachi is on the outside. Inside of that row in 39 starting position is Sky Commons. Marcus Sachi starts 40th, and starting shotgun in the field will be Mitchell Collins in car number 10, the Tide Ford. As I said, the points medal coming in this event there. The driver starting in 4th position, Jessica Shelton, leads by 187 over Kyle Matthews. So Matthews knows it's do or die right now at Rockingham. And he usually does well at this track as well, too. So we'll see what happens here. Here comes Commander, fire him up.
3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, start your engine.
We should also mention, too, Kyle Matthews will be going to the number 42 car next season with the Coors Light Silver Bullet, the 1995 Daytona 500 scheme that Kyle Petty drove in. I don't know what the heck that was out of that pace car that caused him to hit the wall like that. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, field comes off of the the apron of the track and onto the racetrack at the moment. An unlikely front row, a Chevrolet Pontiac front row. Shane Lake on the outside of the pole on the front row, while Nathan Ormond scores his first ever career pole. I think it's his first career pole. I think in the season. Well, I may have to check on that, but I think it's his first career pole. He scored his first career top 5 at North Wilkesboro this season, in the Holly Farms 400 a couple races back. And let's see what happens here to the Rock as the green flag flies as we're underway in the AC Delco 400. In-car cameras today again will be carried by Seth Cole, Matt Haas, and Joshua Osborne. Kyle Mendes is already showing why he's so good at the Rock as he looks to the low side of Ormond already, but backs off as they come through turns 3 and 4. Matthews to the low side, Ormond on the high side as they come off turn number 4. Who leads this first lap? I think it's going to be Matthews by about a half a car. Yes, it is. It is Kyle Matthews leading the first lap of this race. As he gets his 5 bonus points and leads his first lap of this race, as you see Ormond now fighting on the high side of the racetrack here. Cole Deaver looks slow, tries to take second position away. Seth Cole and Jesse Turner in this mix here. Now they're 3 wide between those 3 cars. Joshua Osborne already moving up spots from his 11th starting position as he's got Jessica Shelton pushing him. Shelton probably right now saying, "I saw you lead that first lap, Matthews, and I think I want to lead my own now," as they go down the backstretch into turn number 3. And so both the front row starters have pretty much just dropped off the face of the earth almost. Ormond's already back to the 9th position this time by, while Shane Lake has dropped, the outside pollster has dropped all the way down to 14th. But right now it is clear sailing for Kyle Matthews as he leads Cole Deaver at the moment. Third is Jesse Turner. 4th right now is Joshua Osborne. 5th is Shelton. 6th at the moment is Seth Cole. 7th is Phil Parker. 8th is Matt Haas. On board Matt Haas's car from the roof cam of his Interstate Batteries Pontiac, excuse me. That car will be in existence next season, by the way, too. But not sure who will be driving it next season, obviously. If he goes by Seth Cole right now, number 45, Seth fights back on the outside of the track. Now riding with Seth Cole in the roof cam of his Pontiac. Now you're inside Seth's car at the moment, car number 45. And now inside Joshua Osborne's car, number 99 XMR's SKF Ford. So the front 4 cars are actually running almost nose to tail at the moment as you watch this bunch fly by here. As you see Nathan Hudson now at the 9th position at the moment. Keith Batson running 10th. 11th is Zachary Fitzwater. Dylan Young up from 25th to 12th right now as he's moved his way up through the field nicely. Zach Winkle running 13th. 14th is Johnny Gardner. Brandon Parker 15th. 16th is Rob Evans. Dylan Poteet 17th, 18th is Alex Miller, 19th is Kev Shearer, 20th is Quentin Moore, 21st is William Brock, 22nd is Quentin Moore, or 22nd I should say is Mitchell Collins over 41st starting position. So Mitchell's probably one of the biggest movers right now. Cat Batson 23rd. 24th right now is Shane Lake, the outside pole sitter. And where is our pole sitter, as you might ask? Nathan Orman, number 40. Yep, he's still caught on the high side. He is back to almost last place at the moment. Yeah, Orman's dropped from first place starting position down to 37th at the moment. So Ormond not having a good day so far. His day's gone from bad to worse at the moment. Cole Deaver's now caught up to the high side now in the number 3 car. Turner's got by, Osborne's got by, Shelton's got by, Phil Parker's almost ready to go by. Now he does. Number 5. Seth Cole looks slow on Deaver at the moment. And now here comes Matt Haas, number 18, and number 31. That is the car of Nathan Hudson. Still early on, though. We have completed now 14 laps in this. We're about to complete the 14th lap of this event, so we still have 45 laps to go this time by. Riding with Joshua Osborne, number 99, as he runs third position at the moment. As we get a lap around with him, now goes into turn number 3, just about down that yellow line, but moves drifts back up the track right now. Follows the 75 car of Jesse Turner. Kyle Matthews is over his left since the drop of the green flag at the moment. There he is, car number 24. Matthews knows, like I said, he wants to make one last ditch effort of trying to catch Jessica Shelton in the points. He's got to do it. He's got to do it right now, and for him at least, hopefully some bad luck out of Shelton's team. Of course, naturally, you do not want to wish any bad luck on anybody else if you're competing for the championship with your rival who's ahead by quite a margin. But in some ways, for a driver, it's kind of a little bit of desperation in some ways. Matthews just doing all he can right now, though, as he leads the race at the moment. Shelton, the bad news for him, though, Shelton is running 4th at the moment. As I said, the point spread between her and Matthews is in her favor by 187 points coming into this event after a strong 11th at Charlotte, while contrast that to Matthews' day, which ends up 27th in the field. And they both led a lap today, and they both led a lap in that event. Matthews so far has been the only one that's been leading so far. Shelton would like to get a lap led to kind of even the score. Phil Parker right behind her in number 5. That's for battle for 5th place. That's for battle for 4th place, excuse me. Seth Cole running 6th. Riding with Seth Cole at number 45. He runs 6th at the moment. There you see the top 5 just up ahead of him. In the third turn, off turn number 2, I should say, excuse me, is where they're at. On the backstretch, what they call Thunder Alley here at Rockingham. Off turn number 4. And sets last lap by 152.170 miles per hour. Fast lap race so far set by Cole Deaver at 156.669 miles per hour at the moment. Beaver at the moment right now sitting in 11th position in this event so far as they caught the 23 car of Adam Flickinger. Flickinger had a great qualifying run, started in 13th position. Is now fallen off the pace. That's been a problem that team's had all season long so far, the Team Winston bunch. Jesse Turner, though, trying to close up in at 75. Of course, they come off turn number 4. He's on the back bumper of Matthews as they go into turn number 1. As he look down, he looks high on the track. Osborne looks low on Flickinger at the moment. Or I should say, looks low on Turner, I should say, as Turner's still keeping it close on Matthews in the turn number 3. He looks high. Osborne tries to follow low. Three cars you can throw a blanket over at the moment right there to the 24, 75, and 99 as Matthews being chased by 3 Fords at the moment. And the third Ford being Jessica Shelton, who's trying to close up on the front 3 cars at the moment. Matthews Matthews the only one of 2 Chevys in the top 5, running 1st and 5th, both out of Hendrick Motorsports. Matthews slightly slower than was Turner, a 151.4 to a 151.0. About to complete lap number 27 here. Turner looks low on the track there, trying to take the lead, but nothing doing. Matthews says, nope, that's my spot. 27 in the books, and we are now down to 32 to go, I think. Another lap car just up ahead into turn number 1. Matthews now crossing the start-finish line. Top 10 again, still it's Matthews, Turner, Osborne, Shelton, Phil Parker, Seth Cole's in 6th position, Nathan Hudson up to 7th, 8th is Batson, 9th is Fitzwater, 10th right now is Matt Hoskins. Is now battling with Cole Deaver for 10th. Matt Haas has got that high side working to his advantage as Deaver tried to look down low. Apparently something may have going wrong with Deaver's car. He doesn't have much speed at this point on that number 3 Goodwrench Chevy. Off the second turn, Kyle Matthews, car number 24. This lessens the drop of the green flag. He's coming down for 28 laps to go here in the AC Delco 400. Matthews, we mentioned, always seems to run well here at the Rock. I don't know, it doesn't matter what car he's driving, he always seems to run good here at Rockingham. On board Joshua Osborne's car number 99. Runs in 3rd position at the moment. Four states represented in the top, 5 states represented all in the top 5. 4 of them southern states. Actually, 3 of them southern states, I should say. You got Kentucky, South Carolina, and Louisiana in the 3, 4, and 5. And you got New York second and Ohio leading it. Battle for 5th taking place right there between, for 4th, I should say, taking place between Jessica Shelton and Phil Parker at the moment as they go into turn number 3. Still trying to catch Casey Nanagos, what they're about to do. Matthews completes another lap in the lead now. That was 35 in the books. We're now down to 24 to go. Battle for position right there. That's Kev Shear. He's running 41st right now. Something as he apparently had something go wrong on his M&M's Pontiac though to kick off this race thus far. So the 41 car still running pretty good right now in the M&M's Pontiac though. But unfortunately, for Shear, he is not on the lead lap. He is running right now and 2 laps down, I should say, in 41st position. At least for Kev on his comeback season, he does have a win. That came at the race at Martinsville, the first race over there. His car's running good right now, but the position does not indicate it. Matt Haas in 10th position at the moment. Cole Devers 11th. 12th, Johnny Gardner. 13th is Dylan Young. Another Dylan Poteet running 14th. Quentin Moore just now took 15th from Brandon Parker. William Brock 17th. 18th is Shane Lake. 19th is Cat Bass, I should say. And 20th is Alex Miller. Then you got Mike Becker 21st and Mitchell Collins running 22nd at the moment. Charles Samper right now running 23rd. Samper comes in this race 5th in the standings, and unfortunately, this is going to not help him. This isn't going to help him points wise, I should say. Here, 6th position coming into this race actually was Joshua Osborne. With Osborne running 3rd at the moment, Samper's going to stand in danger of losing the top 5 points wise. And here they come. They've now caught the 7 car of Casey Nanico, who runs right now 40th, or runs now, I should say, 39th, the last car on the lead lap. And Nanico, likewise to Flickinger, he also had a good qualifying run. He started this race in, I think it was 16th position, I think it was, is where he started in this event. Matthews has now gotten by him, and here they come through turns 1 and 2. Turner's still second, and there's a battle for 4th going on between Jessica Shelton and the... Actually, it's not a battle for 4th, excuse me. Kev Shearer is just past Shelton. It was not for position, and whoa! Kev Shear now actually flying his way through the field. I don't know if he's got fresher tires than anybody else. Yeah, everybody else is running slower than Shear at the moment. Shear must have had a pit stop. Must have made a pit stop of some kind. Now he's got fresher tires than everybody else. I tell you, imagine if Kev Shear was on the lead lap and leading the race. So I mean, he'd be way out there. But again, the 36 car is actually now 2 laps down, as they've now gotten by Adam Flickinger again in the 23 car. And that puts Flickinger, I think, a 2nd lap down. So Kev Shear has now moved himself up a position that's now 40th for Shear. Now trying to get by Kyle Matthews in number 24. To try to put himself 1 lap down instead of 2. Matthews gives him room right there. Says, "Hey, it says, hey, you're no threat to me for the win." So he lets Kev by, and so here at the moment. You definitely see a fall off, and just looking at the fastest lap times of the quickest lap times from everybody else that everybody else has been running, compared to what the current lap times are now. A drop off of well over 10 miles an hour in the case of Kyle Matthews. The 1:55.9 was his fastest lap of the race so far. And that's not even top 10 fastest, I should say. And his last lap that time by a 144.10. So it's about what everybody else seems to be running, about 144, 143 miles an hour in the case of Seth Cole and several others. "11 laps to go in the AC Delco 400. Kyle Matthews runs as a leader. His points, his championship rival Jessica Shelton, bad news for him, is running in fourth position. So Matthews does get the Matthews already has the bonus points clinched for leading the most laps. So that's 10 extra bonus points there. But as I said, you come in this race 187 behind in a lead, though, with about 3 races remaining coming in. That's going to be a tall order to try to overtake. And it's like I said, if you're second place in the points and you're behind that by that much, you're going to have to hope for trouble out of your championship rival. The one leading the points, so and for Shelton, and of course he knows Shelton does not stumble often in this series. And she hasn't stumbled often all season long, neither. I think pretty much the only real hiccup she had was either the crash she had in the Winston 500 at Talladega, as well as finishing way back in the night race in Bristol. But other than that, her season's just been smooth as silk. She runs fourth at the moment right now. Again, second position is still Turner. Third is still Osborne. Fifth is Parker. Batson now up to sixth position now as he's gotten past all those cars. Fitzwater's seventh. Eighth is Hudson. Ninth is Gardner. And 10th is now Dylan Young. Just Seth Cole's dropped to 11th. Matt Haas 12th. Cole Beaver 13th. And Poteet 14th. Quentin Moore 15th. Brandon Parker 16th. 17th is Shane Lake, then Cat Batson and Mike Becker, and the 20th place car is William Brock. You look at Johnny Gardner and Dylan Young battling it out there. Dylan Young will still be with that Miller Wright number 2 ride next season. Except that car will be a Dodge next season, by the way. Both the 2 and the 12 cars will be Dodges next season. So, as we look through the rundown right there, so the field rundown you see right there on the top of your screen there, top left that is, shows where everybody's running right now. There's 21st to 30th at the moment. Collins, Sanford's up to 22nd at the moment. Then you'll make that 21st there. Collard, then Batson, Cat Batson that is, Dollarton 24th, then Alex Miller, Rob Evans, 16 car of Julius Anderson, Emmanuel Hartnett, Jay Jefferson's back to 29th, and Nathan Orman, who is the pole sitter, runs 30th at the moment. Then there's the 31st through 40th, the last car in the lead lap. Currently right now is Jordan Lopez in 38th position, Casey Nanico in 39th, and Kev Shearer runs 40th at the moment in car 36, and the last car running right now is Adam Flickinger in 41st position, 2 laps down. And speaking of 2 laps, we're now down to 2 laps to go for Kyle Matthews. He'll enter the car into turn number 3 as he goes through turns 3 and 4. Matthews has already got a very substantial lead on Jesse Turner. The white flag waves. Kyle Matthews looking for his 5th victory of the season, and God knows how many at the Rock he's had in his career here on this track. Like I said, it doesn't matter what car he drives, if it's the Mellow Yellow car, the Coors Light car, or any other car, he's driven in this series. It's always, Rockingham is always magical to Kyle Matthews, and it's magical again for him as Kyle Matthews wins the AC Delco 400 at Rockingham. Matthews pretty much did everything this weekend except win the pole. He started third in this event, by the way, but it doesn't matter. Where you start is where you finish, and Matthews dominates the day at the Rock here. Jesse Turner second, Joshua Osborne third, Jessica Shelton comes home fourth, so she didn't lose much points-wise. Fifth goes to Phil Parker, then Keith Badson, Zachary Fitzwater, Johnny Gardner, Dylan Young, and Seth Cole gets the top 10 position back, finishing in 10th spot. 32 in the books and 2 races to go, and we will go into the brand new Phoenix International Raceway after this for next season's race on the tour for the running of the Subway 500. Rest of the finishing order for you here: Nathan Hudson 31st, Nathan Hudson, finishes 11th. Blooper, finishes 11th in this event here today. Then Deaver, Poteet, Moore, Haas, Parker, Becker, Brock, Collins, and Lake, the top 20 in this event here. Then Charles Samper finishes 21st. Then Joshua Culler, Chris Thornton, Kat Batson, Alex Miller, Rob Evans, Julius Sanderson, Jay Jefferson, Nathan Ormond, and the 30th place finisher is Emmanuel Hartnett. The rest of the finishers here: Ryan Brommer, James Henry, Zach Winkle, Marcus Sachi, Paul Minnick, Henry Sanford, Sky Cummins, Jordan Lopez, the last car in the lead lap in 38th, Casey Nanico, Kev Shearer, and Adam Flickinger was the last of the finishers here. So with a margin of victory of 1.846 seconds, Kyle Matthews, like I said, domination just pretty much just describes his whole day today at the Rock, doesn't it? 5 wins now in the season for the 24 team. But still no big chunk but still does not take a big chunk in the points off the points lead though. Unfortunately for him though, so like I said, 2 races left on the season after this one here, Phoenix, and then of course the finale at Homestead, and that's about all you pretty much got left on this season. So that will do the day at the Rock, and here average speed 148.78 as the AC Delco 400 again is history. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We get everything on the channel. We get interesting gaming videos or the NNSCRA Tacticals Arts First channel. And be sure to check out the Duracell Cup Series, the Budweiser All Pro Series, and the Marvel Studios Cup Series, also for the NNSCRA. You will not regret checking those races. You will not regret checking those races out neither. So next race on the tour will be at the brand new Phoenix International Raceway. Yes, the version where the start and finish line has been moved to coming off of what used to be turn 2 at Phoenix. That's the version we're talking about. The current version that they run now. That's where we're going to be at next race on the tour for the Subway 500. For now, this is James Qualls in production of the NNSCRA. Off on everything as best we'll see you from Rockingham, where Kyle Matthews wins the AC Delco 400.